Good morning, all. I have two trades on. Currently have a micro in ES and two micros in YM. I put on around, I guess, 6:15, 6:20 this morning. And the market was just trading up and down, up and down. I was just looking for a breakdown. I put these on while I was writing my morning report. I was able to short one NQ micros. I make like 15 bucks. And one NQE mini, I make $110. Most of the time, if you wake up and trade, I don't know, 5:30 into the 9:30, you're able to get some trades off. Most of the time, the market would trade without any kind of involvement with the high frequency traders. So when you get a trend, the trend usually be perfect. You're able to make some money before the cash session opens. You won't have to trade during the cash session if you make what you have as your total, I guess, dollars you like to make per day. I don't trade that way, how much I want to make per day. I trade whatever the market gives me. That's how I trade futures. I don't trade, I want to make $200 or I want to make $300. I take whatever the market give me. Some people have a little more discipline and they said, I make $100, turn my computer off, and I'm done for the day, and that's fine. All right. So right now these trades are working. I got in this YM, and YM was, was down. Take some heat in it, because I got in here at rally all the way up here. All right, take some heat, come down, rally, and then it dropped. And so I got in somewhere around here, 6 something in the morning. It was here, and it rally up. I take some heat. I stay in the trade because I was waiting for this fall off. I couldn't really see, based on my analysis, why the market was even going up this morning. Got the market trading news, right? So I would actually take off one of my YM here, and I would take off I will take off the ES here. I take that off. So we get $21 there. If that was an E mini, that would be 20 times 10. All right. And no, that would be 50 times 10, because every point is 50 bucks. Every point on YM is $20. So if I did take a big play here and I had two of them on, I take off one for, I don't know, I guess for 18 bucks, 19 bucks. So that would be $20 times 10. Right? But because the market was trading so erratic this morning, I decided to use the micros if I'm going to leave them on for a long time, for a couple hours. I usually don't do that during the cash session. I manage the trades. During the Globex session, I stay a little longer on them, give them times to work. During the cash session, you got time of day play when the market would rally up, rally down, pivots, etc. So this is actually show you how you could grab some dollars, during the pre-market and Globex session. Yesterday, I was taking some heat in 3 micros over $130. I'd stay in the trade. The market came down. I was down, I don't know, $90. I scale off two, take the $65 loss, keep one on. I take it off before 7 o'clock yesterday evening. I'll make $87 on 1 micro. I was up like $92. By the time I get to it, I was able to get $87. Because based on how the market closed yesterday, and then reopened at 4:30 to 5 o'clock, to sell the market off. So my assumption was there were a lot of sell orders, pending sell orders. So when the Globex session opened, the market would sell off. And that's exactly what it did. And so I booked that profit, and that was it. I didn't do nothing much after that. Wake up this morning and start look for trades after I finish writing my morning report. So look at that. I take off that one wire. Two on, take off the ES because it's coming into 9 o'clock. You get that 9 o'clock pivot, and that's exactly what happened. At a 9 o'clock pivot, I would hold this one micro wire into the cash session open. I may have to alter it because usually the cash session would either pivot up or pivot down. All right, if it started to go against me, I would just take it off reset. But I know exactly what I want to do with this trade. I may alter it. I don't think we would get any take fade trade today because the ES is only up. It's only down $6. So we may not get any high tick readings over $1,000 to the upside or the downside to do a tick fade trade. So, but I think this market could sell off, right? But the market is being the U.S. futures are being held up because the European and the Asian futures are actually rallying higher right now. We could take a look at that. Let me see if they're still doing that. So this is the futures market here. Now the DAX the DAX actually went negative. The German market went negative. India's up, and the the Nikkei is up 128, 100 up 128 points, and we have the FTSE. The FTSE is actually up 19, and China's trading mix. Once these market before the cash session open, and these markets started to trade down, it have an effect on our market. Not all the time the correlation work, but they kind of follow each other. Now with the pandemic, it's even more so that the market is trading based on what happened in each market session. When the US market rally, the Asian market, European market pick up and rally the following session. Look at how the indices are trading. We look at the futures, they were trading sideways or mixed. Look at this here. London is up and the German market is up. See here? The FTSE 100, 250, the DAX. So the indices are trading slightly up, but the futures are trading mixed. Where German futures are trading down, London futures are trading up, and China's trading mixed, and India's trading up. So that's the kind of correlation you look at. And when you're here, you look at these correlation, right? You look what the yen is doing, what bonds is doing. And what the VIX is doing. I don't have the VIX data for Ninja. I didn't pay for that because I don't really trade it. So I look at the VIX data on Think and Swim. The VIX is currently down to 0.33. All right, so we have a mixture in the correlation. All right, but if the bonds rally, yen rally, and the VIX go up, it would add some pressure to the indices. All right? But today is Friday, anything could happen. And one thing you have to note, this market give you a different look every day. You have to be able to adapt. All right, I also look at this indicator here to actually see, how we trade and one standard deviation off the mean, etc. So then you know how much profit you could get. All right, if you're trading in a range, you don't expect to get a lot of home run moves. You scalp it. So like this is another setup here. The setup is the VWAP and the standard deviation bands and the prior days with prior day levels. See? Is the VWAP here. Price is above the VWAP. Price is going to yesterday value area. Right? So you need to have tools. You need to have tools to help you when you read your price action and use the tools to help you with the trade. But one of the most powerful indicators of squeeze is free on Think and Swim, but it's one of the most powerful indicator you could have. So you got a squeeze, you have volume indicator. You're looking at your ADX for strength in the direction of any trend you're trading. So I got out of that ES because 9 o'clock comes, we get that pivot, we get the low, I'm out of the trade. It was still in a downtrend at the time, but I look at here, the momentum was shifting here. It's a time of day. The market tends to pivot every half hour. So you keep that in mind. You get the momentum shift and it's coming to 9 o'clock. You take the trade off. I would have give up all my profit. See here, I was up, I don't know, $15, $18. Now only up $2. We got a pivot. This line here showed me that gold was opening up here. And then we got the 9 o'clock comes and we got a pivot. I use every analysis to get an edge, right? As we were speaking, the Dow was down 72 points. It's only down 62. Body rally up back. We see what the NQ is doing. He's chopping around. Anyhow, we're going to close this recording for now. I'd look for other trades at the open and during after the open. And safe trade and all. Today is Friday. Remember, anything could happen.